You have visited Xinjiang before, so could you please tell us some of your stories in Xinjiang and what impressed you most? And what's your view of the anti-terrorism measures taken there?
In terms of my own experiences, Xinjiang is an area where you can find a great mix of various minority nationalities and sites ranging from snowy mountains to deserts, and from the exotic cultures of Central Asia to the Middle East. I have been to many cities in China, and I'm really privileged to have this opportunity. But traveling in Xinjiang gave me a different and special feeling. What impressed me most during the visit was the positive plan and vision for Xinjiang. China wants the region to play an active part in the Chinese economy, provide stability, raise living standards, and improve the lives of the region's people. Xinjiang is also rich in natural resources and energy resources, is distinguished by its proximity to our part of the world, Gulf region, making it an attractive destination for investment. The investment being made into Xinjiang supports addressing poverty through boosting the economy and increasing opportunities by subsidizing to improve the education system. All of this lays the foundation for skilling up and providing paths out of poverty, matching new skills to emerging opportunities. This will boost jobs and achieve stability. There is further prosperity and development of the regional economy, which in turn shows consistency with the world's poverty reduction experience. We strongly support China's measures at developing Xinjiang, creating jobs, developing infrastructure, and expanding investment fields and opportunities in order to eradicate poverty. To answer your second part of the question, the UAE adopts the principle of non-interference in the internal affairs of countries. We noticed that Xinjiang has witnessed a state of stability during the last 4 years, which is comforting not only for Xinjiang people but for all Chinese citizens. The United Arab Emirates commends the efforts made by China in caring for its Chinese citizens, especially on the Xinjiang region, and for supporting national cohesion, stability, and security.
Cooperation in anti-terrorism and de-radicalization is a very important part in China and UAE relations, and the UAE has very rich experiences and mature practices in this regard. So how will China and UAE strengthen the exchanges and cooperation in this field?
The UAE government advocates fighting extremism by implementing strict enforcement of counter-terrorist financing laws and regulations, disrupting the recruitment of foreign fighters, preventing extremist explosion of the web and social media, and challenging the use of religious centers to promote hatred and violence or recruit. The UAE has established the International Institute of Tolerance, which aims to help build a cohesive society and promote the UAE as a role model for tolerance and anti-extremism while challenging all forms of discrimination. The UAE works to cooperate with many different countries in this area around the world and seek to strengthen such cooperation with responsible global actors in addressing such challenges, including China.
President Xi Jinping has proposed the Belt and Road Initiative, and the Crown Prince Mohammed has also proposed the concept of revitalizing the Silk Road. So what kind of achievements have been made by China and UAE in jointly building the Belt and Road, and what are the new areas for cooperation in the future?
The Belt and Road Initiative is very dear to my heart, and UAE, proudly to share with you that we are among the first countries who joined this initiative. Now, the Belt and Road Initiative has made a name for itself as a grand infrastructure building project. There has been support in the UAE for physical infrastructure, including the largest single-site solar park in the world, Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Solar Park, and that's a joint Shanghai Electric collaborated with the Dubai Electricity and Water Authority, DEWA, to support this project. The Chinese Silk Road Fund reached the financial close of the 950 megawatt. However, the Belt and Road Initiative has evolved to so much more than physical infrastructure and to more of a territory level. A memorandum of understanding was a few months ago signed between Abu Dhabi Global Market, ADGM, and Sunline Holding Limited to promote the development of ADGM FinTech ecosystem. And this will support and connect business and markets in MENA and across the Belt and Road Initiative. This agreement will develop digital financing and loans solutions for SMEs to support and grow their operations in a post-pandemic environment. This type of advanced cooperation will also advance during the 6th annual meeting of the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, which UAE a founding member, and this year, which will be held in Dubai, the UAE on October 27, 28, 2021, in parallel with the Dubai World Expo. This will bring a number of Asian countries together, including China and the UAE, with the 103 approved members worldwide. Here we will work to improve social and economic outcomes in Asia.
2021 marks the centenary of the Communist Party of China and also the launch of the 14th Five-Year Plan. And it's also the 50th anniversary of the founding of the UAE. And we know that Dubai will host the first ever World Expo in the Middle East. What are your expectations for the future development of bilateral ties this year?
This year will provide these major landmarks for both of our nations, and I would like to take this opportunity to firstly congratulate the Chinese Communist Party on its successes over the course of a century. Transformational economic and social development has been achieved in China. We have seen Chinese society evolve and improve the lives of millions and millions, as well as a decade upon decade, an improvement of living standards. Not only has China lifted 850 million people out of poverty, but for the economic and social development of its people, the party has achieved so much more. For the UAE too, transformation has occurred during our 50 years as a nation that we will mark this year. Starting as a small nation on the tip on the Arabian Peninsula, our wise leadership has moved our nation up the ranks, where it is now level with many advanced nations. We have cities that are ranked by experts as being level with the great cities. The UAE is 16th in the world of ease of doing business index. It is this type of wide recognition of the UAE's increasing global status that led the nation to be awarded the first World Expo ever to be hosted in the Middle East. Expo Dubai will be the largest event ever staged in the Arab world and is set to welcome 190 participating countries and millions of visitors from across the globe. We hope that people from around the world will experience the best of warm Emirati hospitality and its finest. They will experience the UAE's values of inclusion, tolerance and cooperation. The theme of Expo Dubai is connecting minds, creating the future, with the partnership at the center of this expo. We are indeed delighted to welcome one of our most important friends to this event. We are looking forward to welcoming a Chinese pavilion at Expo Dubai under the theme Building a Community with a Shared Future for Mankind, Innovation and Opportunity. The pavilion is expected to be one of the largest at the event, and it should be proved to be very exciting. At more than 4,600 square meters, the Chinese pavilion will symbolize hope and a bright future, and it's designed to be a combination of Chinese and modern, of course, with the Chinese culture as its core. It will showcase China's profound culture and long-standing history by artistically integrating Chinese elements with modern technologies. Just days after this opening expo, the UAE is delighted to be hosting the crucial 6th annual meeting of the AIIB in much the same way as Dubai Expo. This meeting will help to provide constructive impetus and initiative for the world. We are delighted to work with many global stakeholders in the AIIB, including China, in mutually beneficial global opportunities to improve social and economic outcomes in Asia. We will be working towards strengthening the ever deeper friendship that resulted from support between our nations through the pandemic, and strengthen our comprehensive strategic partnership guided by the UAE's leadership, and we plan to drive forward achieving US dollars 200 billion of bilateral trade flows between our nations by 2030.